What is going on, guys? Welcome to this episode of Home Built Workshop. Well, you guys asked for it. We're gonna do a 6-month update on these tin pants. Stick around. Well guys, it has been about 6 months since I made these tin pants. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna put a link in the video description. You can check it out and see what it's all about. We're just gonna take a quick look at these things. I'm gonna touch up a few spots before putting them away for the summer. I made these tin pants back in December and I've been wearing them pretty much every single day up until a couple weeks ago. It finally got too warm to where I couldn't wear these. Now in the winter time, these things work awesome. I usually wear a pair of thermals underneath them because the wax is kind of cold when you first put them on. So that is the first thing that I really don't like about it. If you don't wear something underneath these, then it really is kind of chilly. And really the last few weeks I wore them without any thermals as the temperatures were warming up. And it kind of feels weird without anything underneath, kind of a waxy feel. It's not really my favorite, but when it's winter time and you can kind of bundle up anyway, man, these things are awesome. The wind doesn't go through, and especially if you have a layer of thermals on underneath it, it really works out great. I really like them for that. Now, once the temperatures kind of get too warm for thermals, then I am not really a fan of this. I don't think that's really what they're designed for. And that's really by no fault of the pants, I'd say. It's just a personal preference. It just feels kind of strange. The waxy fabric kind of being against your skin, it's kind of weird. But overall, I really like these when the weather's cold. So if we take a closer look at these things, there's really not much wear on there. In this upper leg area, you can see it's kind of worn in and it's started to develop this shine, which several of you guys have told me that is going to happen, and it for sure is. Down here, not much for wear or shine or anything. It does collect a bit of sawdust and stuff as I'm working, but that's really not a problem. There's really not much for signs of wear that I can tell. They seem to be holding up really well, even in the knees. No signs of wear at all. There are some scratches and gouges in here from brushing against different things, but still has a nice coating on there. They've been holding up really well. If we flip these things over, there's still really no signs of wear. There's a few marks and stuff in here where the fabric kind of bends and it kind of tends to stay that way, but really, I couldn't be much happier with these. So overall, I'm really happy that I made these things. When it's cold and the weather is cool, man, these things are awesome. The wind doesn't come in. They seem really durable. Being able to climb around in the snow, wet weather, it really keeps you nice and dry and works out really well. Now, I can't speak for any of the commercially available ones, but these homemade ones, I really like them. Except for when it starts to get warmer, it just is not the most comfortable thing. And that may be a result of this kind of wax. The commercially available ones could be different, I don't know. But I personally like these myself. Now that it's warmer, I won't be wearing these things at all until probably next fall, at least when the weather cools back off. But right now, I'm just going to reapply some wax in a few areas. You can see some of these areas here where the fabric bends. I can actually see some of the fibers are not filled with wax right there. So we're just going to touch up a few spots. I'm just going to leave these things aside over the summertime and they'll be ready to go in the winter. To touch these up, I'm just using a rag to wipe on some of the leftover wax mixture that I had left when I made these. Then using a heat gun, I'll just remelt the wax and let it soak into the fibers. That ought to do it. So just like when I made these, I'm gonna hang these things up for a few weeks, let this wax cure before packing them away for the summertime. And then when the weather cools off next fall, wintertime, these things will be ready to go. I won't have to do anything. I can just pull them out and they are ready for use. So there you have it, guys. A quick update on the homemade tin pants. Again, link in the video description if you didn't see when I made these. You can check it out if you want to maybe try making some of your own. Not really that hard, and I really do like these when the weather's cold. Once it gets warmer again, not so great, but cold, wet weather, they're awesome. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.